Once you have all of your data, what do you do with it? Now let's talk about how to visualize data in Google Sheets with charts and graphs. So if you please click on the Graphs tab at the bottom left corner of your screen, I have some data here for you. And we have in column A the name of our students and the number of stuffed animals that they have, and also their favorite type of stuffed animal. Now, this is pretty great. It's all here for me, and the nice thing is Google Sheets basically can make sense of the data, or it tries its hardest. Then we can always tweak and tell it what exactly we want. What I would like you to do is click inside of column A, hold and drag over to column B, and you're going to highlight both of these columns. Now from here, you have two options. You can click on the Insert button and click Chart, or over here in the toolbar, you can click on the Insert Chart icon. Both do exactly the same thing. So please click Insert Chart. And there it is. It creates a column chart for us right here. And as you see, all of our student names with how many stuffed animals they have. Oh boy, someone has 99 right here. Well, what if that was actually a typo? If I come in here and I meant to say that she only has 9, watch what happens when I press enter. It automatically updates. Oh, this guy doesn't have 56. He only has 6. Enter. And what it does is it updates how many I have. It updates the data to reflect that in the graph. So there we are. Now, if I wanted to make some changes to this, I could double click it, or I could click on the 3 dots in the top right corner and click Edit Chart. It takes me to the same place, and I get this new pane that shows up. I can change my chart style. Maybe, I don't want a column chart. Maybe I actually wanted a pie chart. I can do that. So I click on Chart Type, and I have a bunch of different choices. Maybe a 3D pie chart. There are a bunch of different ways to visualize data. As you see here, we have maps, we have a gauge chart, we have a radar chart, an org chart, tables, things like that. We've got the box and whiskers or the candlestick chart here. But we can do a lot with this data right here. And if I want to, I can resize. I can move this over just a little bit. And in the Customize tab right there, I can change my background color. I can change my fonts. I can maximize, turn off 3D. There's a lot that I can do. I can change colors, and if I'm using lines for a line chart, I can make those changes there as well. Well, maybe I want to add what the student's favorite type of stuffed animal would be. I'm actually going to click this, and as you remember, you can resize things with handles, but I'm just going to hit the delete key and delete that. All right, now in addition to seeing how many stuffed animals each person has, maybe I want to see a breakdown of what their favorite types are. Now, I've only given them a few choices here, but if I click on column C, Insert, Chart, now I can see a visualization, and 61.5% of my respondents like teddy bears. Only 7.7 like turtles. Now, I could change this. I could go into my Customize area here, and I could change the colors, color schemes, and things like that. But that's a good way to set that up. Now, Google Sheets really likes it when you have numerical data, and it kind of freaks out a little bit when you have things like this over here in columns H and I, where I break down favorite foods. So I'm going to highlight both of those. I'm going to click on the Insert Chart button in my toolbar. Does not like it. What are we going to do? Well, at this point, the Insert Chart button, it's a little too concrete. Well, there's a new feature inside of Google Sheets called Explore that brings in a little bit of artificial intelligence. I want to highlight columns H and I, and then down in the bottom right, there's this little icon right here. It's a little square with a four-pointed star in there. I'm going to click on the Explore button, and I'm going to let Google Sheets think a little bit about my data and give me some options. This gives me an analysis. Now, maybe if I knew a lot about Google Sheets, I could have told it exactly what I wanted, but I'm going to use this built-in tool. This is great. I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to drag this over here, count of favorite foods, and as I see, there are 4 people who say sushi is their favorite, and there's always, peng here, radiatori with vodka sauce. There's always that one person, right? But this is a great tool. This Explore feature will suggest different graphs based on your data. I could also drag this one in right here. Count of favorite foods. Let me scroll up a little bit and see what else they're offering me. I could also type in questions. What is favorite foods where student name is Peng? And I can see the formula. Check that out. Yikes. This is maybe a little bit beyond me, but it's telling me, hey, if you want to know this, if you want to find this, if you want to visualize this data somehow, this is what you would type. But it will actually suggest something for me to type. C formula. And again, this is beyond most of us, but this is telling us how we would be able to find that data. So different ways to visualize data. I'm going to delete these just to make some space. Remember what we do. You can just highlight, or you can highlight certain cells here and insert a chart based on only a small bit. Or you can highlight the entire column and have a chart based on all of the data inside of a column. If we're not able to use the Insert Chart button because it's just too complicated, use the Explore feature and let Google Sheets come up with a chart for you.